Independent Harley Davidson service centers. Should you trust them? Watch this video. Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. I hope you're all well. So this video purely talking about the independent workshops out there that work on Harley Davidsons, and they may advertise themselves as independent service centers for Harley Davidson. So should you trust them? Well, I suppose this is the same way that you would take your bike or car or whatever to any shop, any workshop, any garage, any sort of service center. Is that you really got to ask around really and do your homework on that workshop. Have they got a good reputation? Are they being recommended by somebody else? You know, what do the premises look like? You know, that kind of thing. What is the caliber of motorcycles that are going in and also coming out as well? So those are the kinds of things that you'll be looking at in terms of background research. But what is the benefit of taking your motorcycle to one of these independent workshops as opposed to taking it to a dealership? Well, it really depends, I suppose, what you consider as trust and the workmanship, but also the level at which they can work to as well, especially on your motorcycle, and especially on the newer motorcycles as well. Now, all the Harley Davidson dealerships are tied in with Harley Davidson Motor Company in terms of the diagnostic tools, in terms of the computer software that they have that able to interrogate ECM, do resets, reflashes, that kind of thing. So most of the dealerships, the main dealerships, can do all the higher level stuff, especially on the electronics basis. A lot of the independent workshops may not have that level, anywhere near that level. In a lot of cases, they can't. You have to take your bike to a main dealership in terms of the later motorcycles, especially with the M8 engine. But that's not to say that independent workshops can't work on your bike. That just might be the odd thing that they can't do. Now, as with many things, what happens is over a number of years, the proprietary nature of those workshop tools from Harley Davidson is then disseminated out to the wider motorcycle workshops. So you're able to buy the same kind of level of interaction with a motorcycle that the Harley Davidson main dealership would be able to after a number of years. But certainly, let's say for the first 10 years, 15 years of a brand new motorcycle or a brand new motorcycle line engine, then usually, especially Harley Davidson, they tend to keep that priority. They don't allow anybody else to work on the motorcycle to that level. So there's the difference, really. It really depends of what kind of work you need to be done. Is it very specialized? Then if that's the case, your independent workshop or independent Harley Davidson service center might say you're going to have to take this part to the dealership and they're going to be able to do it, and then we can do all the rest. Okay, should you trust the independent Harley Davidson service center? Well, again, it really depends on their reputation, and I'm sure most are absolutely fine. There's no issues there. But also, there's another thing that you've got to consider, and this might affect how much you're being charged. And it's got nothing to do with the service center themselves. It's more to do with how they access parts, where they get those parts from, and do they have a relationship with Harley Davidson Motor Company, and are they an authorized or approved Harley Davidson service center? Because if that's the case, then they can get parts direct from the motor company at a discounted rate, maybe not the same rate as a main dealership would, but they get them at a discounted rate. So there's a much greater or a closer working relationship with the main manufacturer, in this case Harley Davidson. And that might affect the price that you're eventually charged for the work that being done, or the charge on the parts that you're having to pay as well for whatever work that needs doing. So there are lots of different variables here, but an independent service center, independent workshops are great. I mean, if you can find one nearby and you see what kind of work they do, the level of work, and look at reputation as well, you know, just have a conversation with them and see what they can do, see what they're willing to do, and see what price they're going to give you on the work that needs to be done. Now, you might say, okay, well, this is almost exactly the same price as the main dealership. I'm just going to take it to a dealership. Okay, fine. If that's what you find, that's entirely up to you. You might find they're a lot cheaper, and you might find also they're a lot quicker to be able to do work, to turn work around, whereas the main dealership, you never know, they might drag their heels a little bit. It really depends what else is going on as well. So these independent workshops could be a great solution, especially for quick turnaround jobs. They can just turn them around in and out, and those quick turnaround jobs probably going to be a lot cheaper than the dealership would be. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. But independent service centers or independent workshops for Harley Davidson or any manufacturer really, it really depends on what level of work they can do, what kind of reputation they've got, and are you going to be happy with the price and the final product or the final service that they give you? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like what I do here, just keep on watching the videos, and I'll catch you again. Don't forget to go to the website RevelatorAlf.com for all the motorcycle books and all the other books that I sell there as well. And go direct to Amazon too. Right, with that, a bit of lunch. Catch you again. Bye now.